Well, g'day, tubes. How's she hanging? Pretty good here again. We're all good. So far, so good. So today we're just sort of starting to brainstorming on the little bucket project here. Another little bucket sort of like this, only I'd like it to kind of come around a little more, maybe. Try to change the profile just a little bit. So what I'm working on here, it's hard to kind of hold her with one hand, but this end piece here, I've got a line traced already. Got a line traced here. We're going to cut that. That's going to be our curl for the back of our bucket. So, if I can get this down without killing myself, the idea is to sit something like this, and then there'll be another plate come out here, flat plate, and that'll be like the flat plate in the bucket, and then another, it's kind of hard to show you like this, another piece, it's almost high enough, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do on the top here yet. I might have too much curl there. I don't know yet. I'm not sure what exactly I'm wanting to do, but I think as long as it stays flat, you know, you'll have your flat there, and then it curls up. Maybe it comes up a little higher or something with another small plate maybe to go. Geez, it's hard to show you like this. So pretend my hand's the plate, so we might kind of go more straight up. I don't know yet. I gotta cut this piece out of here. It's being real difficult to hold. So that's the back of the curl, anyways. So that'll be kind of this part. And this one kind of went sort of up, but I don't know yet. I might just curl it and make it go further this way. I'm not sure yet 100% how I want it to, the profile to be, but we have to make adjustments for the ears on the new one. This one come out pretty good, but these should have been, like the top pins, and this should have been more over here, I think. More over the hole or over the bucket. That would have made it curl a little better and not open quite as much, because I really don't need it to open super far. But also, yeah, if I change those this way, that would change a lot of stuff. There's a lot of geometry there, right, with how much it curls and opens up. Like this one opens up almost too much, so I gotta adjust that. But anyways, I gotta get the plasma cutter all out. It's still all under here and ready to go, but I just gotta find her all, get her out, and cut this stuff. Now I'm gonna do this a little differently for you guys. I'm probably not going to show you kind of too much of the cutting and stuff, the plasma cutting and stuff, because of the sparks. If I get the thing too close, and you think you got your camera far enough away, and then you end up getting sparks, and it eats up the lens on the camera here, and I kind of don't want to do that. So I could, I guess, put it behind some sort of shield, but I haven't got nothing like that. So I haven't got any shields or anything like that. So I'm just gonna have to cut her, show you after I've got her cut. It's gonna be a little bit shorter maybe of a build video than kind of normal build videos we've done, because I kind of show you the plasma cut and the welding, not so much the welding, because that's hard on the sensor. The brightness is hard on the sensor, but I'll show you the bits and pieces after I get them cut, and the prep of the pieces while we're going to before we cut them, kind of thing. But I'm not going to actually show you the actual cutting or the actual maybe welding part, because I don't want to damage this camera. This is one of my favorite cameras, and this is my third one I've had of this, and the other two got wrecked by sparks and stuff, so I don't want to do it again. So anyways, yeah, we got that one cut. I'm going to do it a little bit wider than this one, but another 1/2 inch wider. It's not that much, but that'll make everything a little 1/2 inch wider, right, or 1/4 inch on each side, whatever way you want to go. So I kind of like the width of this one, but I wouldn't mind it kind of a little bit wider for the hole. But you got to remember, the more I dig out, the more I got to fill back in too after, right? So I don't want to make her too huge, but yeah, so it's going to be the same sort of idea as this one too, with what the heck was that? with flat edge. Just seemed to work pretty good for ripping through pretty much everything. I'm going to try to maybe put more of an edge on it, but I don't really have a really good tool for really carving the edges down too well. You know, you almost need like a milling machine or something for that. I don't kind of have that. All I do was the grinder, and you know, it worked pretty good, but still not really the best. But anyways, I'll get this pipe outside here, and we'll get this one cut. Just not having a good time with this piece of pipe. But we'll get her outside here, get her cut, and then get her kind of lined up, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do for flat plate pieces and what shape and whatever we're going to do. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I don't want to make her too curled over. It'd be hard to get the stuff in and out of it, but I want it, you know, a little more. Maybe this bar probably should have been maybe more up here. I don't know. We're gonna have to play with it and mess with stuff, and go from there. So we'll get this one cut to begin with, anyways. Alright, there's our curved plate. Should work pretty good. Let me grab a tape measure here. Let's get a measurement, make sure she's all good. 10.5. 10.5. 10.5. That's not too bad. So that's our curved plate now. Normally what I would do is kind of set it up and then put the other plate down where it sits level, you know, and it's not too this way or that way, whatever. So then when you butt this plate up to it, it's pretty much flat, you know, to the plate. You could go more angle, I guess, but that would definitely change your geometry. You wouldn't want to go like this because then it's too far back. That's generally what I do, and then the plate sits out here. Then I'll have to probably add a little bit to this guy here or something. I haven't quite thought that far ahead yet, but you know, I build all my buckets kind of without any plan, right? Just kind of giver, if you know what I mean. So, I'm gonna go get the other plate steel stuff out here, the 1/8, I guess this stuff is, I think, and we'll get sizing up the bottom plate here for kind of the main, you know, digging area. So let's go grab that sheet out. Hopefully it's not too big and heavy, I can't remember now, and we'll get tracing something out. Okay, so I gotta look to, if I make it too long, we'll say from the where it starts to curve, it's gotta, when I dig down and then curl up, it's gotta curl all this up out of the hole, right? So the longer you make this, the longer your hole's gonna be, and the less curl power you'll get as well. So this one worked pretty good, and well, hard to see, but it ends about there, and from the curve to there is about 6 inch. And if I remember right, sometimes even that was too long, but I don't want to go too much shorter because the idea was to make it actually hold a little more. But I'm still trying to plan on using this for digging my cremation holes. And I guess if this bucket I'm building doesn't work, I can always still use this guy. I mean, it still worked fine. So, oh boy. See, because the only thing is if I do it too long and it ends up tearing out too much hole when you curl it up, you got to kind of put it down in the hole like this and only kind of curl up a little bit and then get out of the hole and then curl it. Kind of sucks doing that. It's nice to get down there and curl it right around and then just pick the whole thing up. And you don't lose bits, right? So I'm going to maybe go just a little bit longer than this one. This one was 6. I might do the other one 7. Keep it kind of shorter here, but then maybe longer on the top so it actually holds more on the top part of the bucket, if you know what I mean, rather than kind of in the bottom here. So this one, yeah, this one was 6, so we're going to go out and measure that other one at 7 by that 10.5. Okay, so I've got to try to find a spot that's fairly squarish. I think this corner here worked out pretty good. It's maybe off a little bit, but so okay, what are we gonna do here? We're gonna do this is a factory edge, I think, here, so that's good. It's starting to rust though on me. Uh-oh. So we're gonna go in 7-inch. 7. I'm gonna leave it a little longer just for the cut. 7 1/8. 7 1/8. And then this was 10 1/2. 10 1/2. 7 1/8. Okay, that should work good. I need to, what do I need to do now? Another 10 1/2 here. Okay, so that'll be our bottom plate if this thing's going to stay out here for me. It should be alright. Okay, I'll get this chopped out of here. Get my straight edge on that and show you this plate after we chopped. Alright, there's our plate. Looks pretty good. I was just messing with this a bit, and you can kind of see, you know, if you mess with the angles here, you go too much, you definitely change the profile a lot of how it would respond with the machine. Like you could go way over like this, but you're kind of, it's kind of too much, right? Or I'm kind of thinking, see if you can see. Let me zoom you in a bit here. If you can see where the piece just starts kind of coming up higher, I don't really want that. I think maybe just keep her flush and then maybe just a little bit back over. I think that should be decent. But then you got to think too, on the top part of your bucket here, what do we want for coming over, you know? That changes quite a bit too. You could make a piece come, I don't have a sample piece, make a piece come up like this and then mount your ear thingies on there like that. It's a little higher, that'll come out so say, well, it'll be a little longer because it'll come out to your front cutting area. So you can kind of see the sort of shape of that it would be there, right? Or you can bring this a little back like this, a little more. You know, kind of overlap those welds there a bit, open her up a little bit more. Could do that too, and then bring another bigger piece here, but I also got to think I don't want too huge of a bucket because I don't want it to be dangerous, you know. So I'm kind of thinking maybe level like that and then another little piece be out. Maybe another 4-inch out or something like that. Got to remember too, we got to leave room for putting the bar across. So if I went 3 inches out, then the bar, depending on what size of bar I used, that would make it out about here. So it'd be a pretty big bucket, but something in around that sort of area. Be nice to kind of spot weld, but it is all kind of rusted and crappy right now, so I don't know. I almost think this plate's maybe too long, but because we haven't put our cutting edge on yet. Like, I can always shorten it a little bit. I can always take something off. But now when the curl starts, we got that 7-inch. So we were 6 before, so 7, yeah. We'll try leaving it at that. Maybe it'll end up being a really screwed up looking bucket, but it might work really good. You never know, right? So, well, that's the start of her anyways. So yeah, if that was about there, roughly, and that come out about there, that might be a good sized little bucket. I just need to get a piece about 3 inches here by 10.5. So wait a minute, let's just have a look at that again here. So about another 3 inches out. Just like a straight out piece, I think, that'll just follow the same, you know, like this, as if it went kind of straight out. I'm going to try that. I'm going to go mark and cut a 3-inch by 10.5-inch piece. Okay, so I guess we'll just use the same one we've been using here. It's got a little cockeyed there, but actually we might be able... No, it's too short that way, so 10... Oh, that's not the right pencil. 10.5. 10.5. Whoop. 3-inch. 3-inch. Actually, I don't like that piece. I went off a little bit here on this end cut. Darn it. I got lots more, I guess. So, do it here again. 10. 10.5 by 3. Inch. Okay. So we will chop that one, and I put these guys back way in here before, so maybe we'll do that again here. Okay, I'm just contemplating angles here again, because it does change so much, you know, of where things are going to be. This actually almost looks like I've got her coming over again like a snowplow, so I was kind of wondering, what if I went like that, and then, oh, that's going to be hard to hold that up there too. Hang on a second. A silicone tube. Grease tube is pretty much the same, a little bit bigger, but a little lighter though. So if that was mounted kind of there. The side plates would be kind of weird and have to, you know, it's going to be weird. I think maybe that's too long. Could always just do that, you know, and or cut this guy back a little more or something. This is definitely the development stage here, but then this would have to sit like here somewhere, and then your ears get attached to that and attached to the side plates. Hopefully all that was in your shot there. Let me just move you up a bit. So I mean, it could go flat with this, and then this piece doesn't leave much for an opening though, so I kind of think that needs to go open a little more. Something like that maybe. So now we go there. You kind of don't want the top to be over the front though, right? And something like that. If I could just hold her all there 1 second, I could get a side look at it. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, but you could also do this up higher. It's going to be a lot more material though for your ears to see there though if you do it that way. Now what if we bring this a bit more? Just put that on there. No, need a little something in here for something like this. That would be your. I think that looks pretty good there. Keep that level. Yeah, I love welders. Holds everything together for you. That goes there. And they get kind of integrated into, well, this could go higher too, like that, I guess. Or, I don't know, it's probably better to have her kind of in there somewhere like that. And then we would have our ear things coming up here. That would work pretty good actually. So, I wonder if my best method would be to just tack weld these together, because I'd like to get this all into the sandblaster and give her a quick blast before I start going nuts with the welding, but let me contemplate it myself just a little more and see if that's what I like, where everything's going to sit. Well, I'm also contemplating not using this little piece of plate to cut it all and just putting this guy right on here. But then put some real big beefy side plates down it, you know. So this might sit up in here or something. You just don't want it down low because then all your crap will get stuck on it, right? Kind of want her, I've always kind of done them about midway, but I guess you could go higher like that. Make some nice beefy side plates. Let me kind of draw this for you guys on this side. So that would sit kind of about there, and then put some of these great big huge monster plates down the side. I'd have to go like here to, it's kind of hard to show you all because I don't have a long enough piece here, but that would give you a pretty good size. I think I'm going to do it right there, you know that? That'll give quite a bit of surface area in here. And this up here, I think that should work. Geez, I hope that'll work. I'm just looking at excavator bucket pictures here, and a lot of them, they just sort of, well, they're different shapes too, right? They're not all the same, but a lot of them come up and then just kind of end right after the bend. So this is a little more bend, I think, but there's definitely a lot. Oh, there's a good example of one there. So we've got, oh, for cornflakes, hang on. So we've got our plate coming out, and then it curls. Now they do have a little bit after the curl, they've got a piece too, so that one actually looks like it added a piece right in there like that. So maybe I will, I don't know. Maybe I will add that piece in. I'm kind of stuck between ideas right now. That would definitely give her a little bit more curl over. They basically just added her when it was flat. kind of like that. So maybe I will. I'm just going to maybe give this a quick little tack. Bang, 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 bang. And then at least it'll kind of hold together. Alright, we're tacked together. Just lightly tacked together. Done the top part and the bottom part, so this is actually the way it's going to sit. Oh, I didn't want to do that yet. I'm going to have to get some more metal up the front here. Well, that's our basic profile, and then of course we'll have to make some side plates to come down. Something sort of like that, you know. This will be all covered, of course. We'll have to draw those out and cut those out, weld them on, and you know what? You get the side plates on, and all of a sudden it starts looking like a bucket. Right now, it just looks like, what in the frickin' crap are you doing? But yeah, that should be all right. That should give me enough room to plaster on a piece of stuff there, and we'll make the side plates, the wear plates. And that'll give us pretty much our final distance. But we need some side plates, and I don't know whether I'm going to get to cutting them today or not. I kind of let the day run on a little bit, just contemplating stuff here. Not much else going on, so we'll maybe just take this out and do some tracing around it or something, see how we're liking it. Okay, we're best to give this a label now too, because usually what happens is they're both not the same. Like I don't laser cut myself, so left and right. I don't have a laser cutter here, so I end up missing some bits and pieces, and they don't end up all the same or whatever. This stuff's magnetized, whatever this little rock stuff is. Huh. Thought it was just dirt, but it's not wiping off, so. Okay, so what we want to do here is try to find the best location. Well, that's going to be the top, let me think now. Up on the side. And we need to make the wear bars down, so we just have to make sure we leave ourselves enough room. That should be. Let me do some brainstorming here. Something's not sitting right. Hang on a sec. Okay, I think I got it drawn out the way I wanted. I just wanted to include the. This isn't exactly the piece I'm going to use. So I'm going to use hollow tube, but 2-inch outer diameter tube. I wanted to include that in the side panels. So when I go to make the wear ones, the bigger ones that go on the outside, I can just kind of make them the same as that. So I think that should look pretty good. It kind of looks like a Darth Vader helmet in there, if you know what I mean. That's sort of what they kind of look like. If you take this out, it'll look like it. Well, maybe not quite as much, but it's close to Darth Vader's helmet. And I've left basically a pencil width around the outside. That's where I'm going to try to cut this thing. I'm horrible at freehand cutting, so I probably should leave a little extra room so I can grind it down and be the same, but I'll get this one cut out and get her hopefully smoothed down, and we'll do a second one. Hopefully I can just trace it from that one, and she should be hopefully good to go. I'm very hopeful on that. So I'll get this cut out. This is going to take me a few minutes. I probably won't record cutting this one out, and see how she looks for a side panel. Alright, I got a little more grinding to do on this one plate, but I'm almost out of time for today, so I gotta get at her. We'll see. Gotta get at it here. So, we're just going to set up. Now, I need a little something under this. Just give me a sec, I'm gonna grab a couple of washers or something. Okay, I got some washers, just setting that under there just to give a little bit of a rise to it, so the plates will sit actually where they're supposed to. That'll stay there, that'll stay there. Okay, so what do we got here? It's a left plate and the right plate. Oh, I'm liking this. I just got real horny all of a sudden. No, not what you're thinking of kind of horny, but I'm like, oh, this is awesome kind of horny. That's going to be good. Now, if those would stay there. Oh yeah, that's looking really good. I like that. I just got a bit more grinding to do on the one plate. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's getting pretty darn close. But yeah, that's going to be awesome. So let's transfer some weight here. Fell apart. Oh my god. I just got the little Jenga in my head there, so there we go. This thing's not heavy enough to hold it. Oh, I got a weight that'll hold her. There. Okay, so let's get this together here again. I can go there. That one can go about there. Something like that, I guess-ish. It's not exactly to scale, we'll say, but so then this bar will get welded in there and onto this back piece. That's going to look really good. Yeah, that should work really good. I don't think I'm going to, something isn't quite exactly right here yet. And I really don't know what. Something might be off somewhere. Reach over here a little bit. It's just not quite lining up exactly the way I want it to. We're good there, we're good there. It's not exactly where it should be sitting, but we're close. Let's just see what's going on back here. Back here, that's a little better. Still off a bit. What's going on here? I wonder if something's just not bang on perfect. Let's do a little measure here from here to here. I've got 11 1/4. Oh, that's good there. So it might be the plates that are maybe off just a hair, but she's starting to look pretty good. These need to be bang on the front and on the bottom because they were straight cuts. So yeah, I got a little bit more grinding to do on this other guy here yet to make them both kind of the same. So it was the left one I was going by. That's the left side there. So get him. Oh, maybe I got too much washers on the bottom. Let's take a layer of washers off. Yeah, that's a bit better there now. Okay, that makes more sense. Let's just try this one again. I know this one plate does need a little more grindage done to it, so, but we're getting closer there now. That does look better. It was off a bit, so, because I left a little bit extra around these tangs to grind, or to weld to, so should be good and strong. Well, that's great. I'm liking that now. I also, don't forget, I've got to also add a piece on the front here for the cutting edge, and then the outside pieces will come down and meet that cutting edge, kind of like this other one. What have I got? Oh, I don't have any small pieces right now for a cutting edge, but a cutting edge. Might add a little bit, maybe 3. I don't know yet. I haven't got that far thinking ahead, but the plates should have probably come out further, but I can fix that with the other ones when they come down to meet. That's what I did with this guy over here. If you remember, I did a little shorter, and then they come down and they meet on the front here, sort of thing. So keeps everything all strong. So that's what I'll have to do with these, is come down and meet the cutting edge sitting out here somewhere. So we're going to be a little longer. It'll look maybe a little more in proportion. Boy, I wish, let me just look for a small piece of something to give us an idea what a cutting edge would look like on there. Okay, so that's the sort of idea there, and of course it's not the right width, but then my big plates will come down the sides here for wear and stuff, and then meet these guys at the bottom, and then we'll join them all together down there as one unit. But that's looking pretty good. That's she's definitely well on its way, so I'm happy. Anywho, that's about it for today. Gotta get rocking. Friday, frickin' Friday. Literally, so anyways, yeah, that's it for today. Gotta get going home. Did my phone call and it's all done, all caught up again, all good. But so you guys know of a good place, maybe a website or something, that you can get a good, decent, good, powerful bench grinder from. That bench grinder I got in there's only half a horse. I don't know where the other half of the horse is, but anyway, it's only half a horse, and it sucks. That little plate was killing it. I'm like, what the frickin' crap, you know? I would really like something quite beefier than that, like maybe a, I don't know how big they come. Do they come in like a horse and a half or a 2 horse or something? Even if it was like a 230 volt, I don't mind wiring it up. Wire up a big 230 volt grinder that'll just whoa right through that stuff, not go whoa and die. That sucks. So if you guys know of any good websites where to buy a good bench grinder from, if you could post that in the description, anything there, I'd much appreciate. And I think I gotta upgrade my grinder to something else because that thing just totally sucks. And yeah, but anyways, that's it for today. Farm Sim Saturday is up and we're ready for tomorrow. Should be anyways, I think. And yeah, should be good. I think it's ready. Yeah, I uploaded it this morning, so it should be good. But anyways, that's it. This weekend's supposed to frickin' rain like crazy. So it was supposed to rain all day today too, and it really didn't. So it was actually not too bad. So all day. Actually warmed up pretty good. It's like 10 degrees out here, so that's nice. But anyways, thanks again for watching. You guys have a good weekend, and we'll catch you next week. We'll be doing, what are we doing next week? Get some more bucket work. I'll maybe slip down some time on the weekend, see if I can finish grinding those plates, that one plate, with a stupid grinder. See if I can get her smoothed out to where it's equal to the other plate, and then they should line up pretty good. Not gonna weld it together yet because I want to sandblast all those plates off first. Make it a little bit easier for welding and stuff, or welding and painting and stuff after. So some of it was a little rusty and yeah, not in too good a shape now. So, but anyways, we'll figure that out and we'll catch you next week. Thanks again for watching and have a good weekend.